Hello and welcome to this lesson on Azure Automation. In this lesson we are going to talk about state configuration and update management. The goal of Azure Automation is to configure, maintain and track infrastructure in an automated way. While ARM templates are a clear case for infrastructure as code, you can think of Azure Automation of something in between infrastructure as code and process automation. Common scenarios for automation are to install and configure additional server components, copying resources, and update management, as well as inventory and change tracking. Before we dive deeper into Azure Automation, let's do some name dropping on other tools in the field. So we also have Puppet, Chef, Ansible, and Salt. While most of these tools have some sort of configuration server and machine agent, Ansible is popular because it is completely client-side and does not require an agent. Instead of an agent, Ansible works directly via SSH. So much for the other tools. Let's now focus on Azure Automation again. Automation provides tools in three categories. First, we have configuration management, which can be further subdivided into state configuration for applying declarative configuration scripts to a fleet of servers. And second, we have inventory and change tracking. Besides configuration management, we also have an update management and process automation. Process automation is concerned with automated response and runbooks. Azure Automation supports Windows and Linux and must be connected to a Log Analytics workspace. Azure Automation does not have its own agent, but uses the Log Analytics VM agent. Another thing that I would like to stress is that automation state configuration is built upon PowerShell desired state configuration, which is based on Windows Management Framework and exists independently of automation. That is why we want to learn about desired state configuration first. In DSC, you write declarative PowerShell scripts that are then compiled into a meta configuration file. The central piece of DSC is the local configuration manager, which runs on each node as it is part of the Windows Management Framework. LCM handles and applies meta configuration files. LCM knows two refresh modes, push and pull. In push mode, an admin can manually send config to nodes, and this is most suitable for testing. In pull mode, LCM pulls from a pull server every 15 minutes to receive new configuration files, so pull mode is most suitable for production. To see DSC and LCM in action, I compiled a PowerShell script for you. First of all, we need to import the DSC PowerShell module. Then we define a function, myDSCConfiguration, that returns a declarative DSC configuration. By invoking this function, it is compiled to a meta configuration file. We then push the meta configuration file to the local configuration manager on our localhost machine. After that, we can query LCM for the status of the new configuration. That's pretty cool, huh? So now that we know DSC, let's focus on what Azure Automation state configuration can do for us. With state configuration, we can import, manage, and compile PowerShell DSC configuration files. More precisely, we can assign configuration files to certain VMs, and the state configuration will work as a pull server for DSC. If you want to try this out firsthand, then follow the tutorial link. Before we want to close out this section, let's spend some more words on update management. With Azure Automation Update Management, you can make sure that all VMs have relevant security updates applied at all times. Really nice about update management is that you can run one pre and one post script during the update process. This is very useful when you have stopped VMs, because you can then just start and stop these VMs before update management runs. Also, Azure Automation comes with a large runbook gallery. Some scripts might not work out of the box, but it is a great starting point and you can easily adapt these scripts to your environment. Okay, so that's it for this lesson on Azure Automation, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.